What is up, guys? We're back with some more Wild Rift Esports, and as you can see, we are jumping straight away into the draft. RSG going up against SGP in the Vietnamese Icon series, and Akali not banned. Now, we don't see that often in Wild Rift Esports, so I thought I really wanted to review this game because I checked a little bit further into the game to see if it's a little bit even, if it's worth watching, if it's worth checking out. And I saw that the Akali actually went for a Lichbane build. Now that should be really exciting. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Lichbane on Akali, especially after the Lichbane buff. It's a little bit cheaper now. It doesn't, the Sheen doesn't build out of mana anymore. The mana is not, the item doesn't give mana at all anymore. The fully built Lichbane as well. So it is even better now on Akali. So I'm really excited to check this out. But let's check out the rest of the draft first. We have a Gragas and Mundo ban. Similar to the previous game, and we have a Jarvan and a Lee Sin ban. Meanwhile, SGP after that Akali first pick, which is an absolute no-brainer. Every team likes to first pick Akali. She is absolutely broken. We have a Corki and an Orianna pick again. And the Orianna, if you saw the last game, you know what she did, man. She went absolutely crazy with that 4-man Orianna ult. Meanwhile, she is going to be going up against Ziggs. The Ezreal is gonna go up against that Corki that was picked already. And we have an Alistar as a support, a Vi in the jungle for RSG. Meanwhile, a Lulu as a support. Now, we haven't seen that one in quite some time. And then Olaf in the jungle for Blake 1. And he is already sliding. You can't see it, never mind. You can't see it. But I need to move my camera so you can see it even better. He was already sliding, man. I don't know what's going on there. That is always a funny bug. Something with the spectator feature, I guess. But yeah, this Akali should be very exciting. Of course, so far, standard build. She's also, quick little spoiler, she's not going to go for a Gunblade. So that's also going to be interesting. Although in esports, Katarina and Akali don't really go for Gunblade. I'm a huge fan of the item. Apparently, the professional players aren't, but we have a Vi going for that red buff. Meanwhile, the Olaf on the other side on his own red buff. So we will probably see a very standard early game by both teams. Just both junglers farming, taking the first Skull Crab on their respective side. And we won't really see too much action. But again, we have that dual lane in the mid lane. And it is the marksman and support going up against the enemy marksman and support. So no lane swaps, well, complete lane swap. But sometimes we see mage and support mid. But this time it is truly just double marksman, double support in the mid lane. It is, at this point, it's standard, especially in Vietnam. It is completely standard. I guess the way I can explain this is maybe because the map is so small, it's better to have the duo in the middle, so they can quickly roam to either side of the jungle. I guess that's the only way we can explain that. In all mobile MOBAs, it is always a duo mid lane, pretty much. The support roams in other mobile MOBAs, but he still sits a lot in the mid lane and helps the mage clear out the wave so they can roam together. But while I'm saying that, we have a little bit of an engagement here. Never mind, Alistar just trying to push the Olaf away, but he doesn't care. He's level 4, double buff, he's pretty happy. Beautiful little Ziggs bomb is able to steal away one of the medium-sized golems, which is very nice. That was like 20 gold there. Not to be underestimated. Also some experience, The Vi just decided to completely clear her own jungle. She did the Gromp, she did the Skull Crab. She didn't even go for the enemy Krugs. She just completely cleared her own side, and she reached level 5 with that. And I think because the Ziggs stole a little bit, and also because the Olaf didn't do his Wolves and his Gromp, he's still sitting at level 4. Now guys, if you don't know, Olaf hard counters Vi jungle. It is ridiculous, okay? Because the Vi cannot ult the Olaf, he will just ult and he will completely ignore it. She also can't use her Assault and Battery. I think that's the ult. She can't use her first ability onto him either, because again, he's just gonna ult. We also have a Singed that I forgot to call out. Singed going up against that Akali, which is always fun to see, But we'll see if he'll be able to perform. Usually, we haven't really seen Singed perform at all in Wild Rift Esports so far. Or at least they just went even, they're just a tank. They're just sitting there, they're dealing a little bit of damage, but they're not really like hard carrying like we can see it from something like a Fiora, from a Camille, even Jax with his split pushing. You know, we've seen him pop off pretty hard as well as that Baron laner. But yeah, they picked Singed against the Akali. They specifically picked it as a counter pick. Now, I don't know if it is a counter pick. It doesn't seem that way. I mean, he's getting a little bit bullied, okay? Now, I really wonder, the Akali is actually rushing Lichbane. I didn't see that because I randomly pressed a timestamp at like 8 minutes or something, saw that it is quite even, you know, it is worth checking out. And then I saw the Lichbane on Akali. I was like, I wonder when she built that. But I get, nice, she gets the solo kill, is able to step away from the little slime on the ground and flashes away. Of course, the slime of Singed actually stops you from using any movement abilities. So it is a pretty potent pick against Akali, I have to say. She can't use her flash, she can't use her third ability, and she can't use her ultimate, both parts of it. So it is pretty potent, but not quite working out here. Again, Singed not performing too well, but the Akali performing extremely well. She went for armor boots. Is that a misclick? Huh? Yeah, those were armor boots, I'm pretty sure. It's a new icon, but I'm pretty sure. It's the steel cap thingies, man. And that's not a cap. I ain't capping, man. Hey, bruv. Hey, I don't know what I'm going for. But anyway, we have Infernal Dragon. The juicy one. The thick one. The hot one. Literally hot, huh? Like your mom, Timmy. Yay. Anyway, yeah, the hot one. We'll definitely see a fat team fight for this. We have a 1,000 gold lead approximately for RSG already. I really hope they will be able to crawl back into the series. I mean, we saw the first game, guys. It was so close. It was disgustingly close, man. It was probably one of the best Wild Rift Esports matches I've seen so far. And we'll see if it will be similar again. I believe this Akali was playing Baron lane Diana, right? Ooh, they're doing the Infernal, but the Olaf is running in. Is he gonna get it? No, he is not able to get it. He even has the GA first item, and it gets popped now. That is a huge advantage for RSG because they secured the dragon. They seem to be winning this fight. Actually, the Akali ends up dying as well. So does the Alistair. It is a 2-for-2 trade so far. What about this Ziggs? Oh my goodness, man. That was such a close fight. The Corki survives with 1 HP. 1 millimeter, you see that? That was crazy, man. That was so unlucky for Israel. But man, that was such a close team fight. Guys, I keep saying, the Vietnamese region, even in PC League of Legends, they don't have a lot of PC League of Legends players. But these teams come to Worlds, you know, and they are just insane mechanically, you know? I'm sure we all remember Levi, you know, from, where was he from? I don't remember, but from which team he was from, but I'm pretty sure he's from Vietnam, and he was tearing it apart. You know, he was one of the best junglers at that time, and yeah, they produce some good mechanical players, and we can see it here as well. Just huge, close fights every single time, man. They go to their limits every single time. They don't care. They don't play beta. You know, they don't play defensive. Always fun to watch. In Arena of Valor, it was super fun to watch as well. In the previous mobile MOBA that I played a lot. But yeah, we have Akali going in. I think she's going in a little bit too deep. She flashes in. She wants to kill that Corki, but she gets stunned, I believe. And then knocked up by the Lulu ult and just gets killed. It looked like she disconnected or something, but that is detrimental to her team because look at this, man. I want to see what happened there, okay? Let me just go back real quick. Yeah. Let me go back real quick. Look at this Akali. Just take a look at this Akali. She flashes in. Oh! Then Lulu. No shot, bro. Look at the Lulu thing. She placed the little charm in the bush. The Akali didn't have vision. Dashed into it. Boom. Cucked. I've never seen such a good polymorph. That was crazy. That was absolutely unbelievable. That completely hard carried the whole fight. That gave them 4 kills. And only Olaf died. Wow. That was extremely impressive. He just hit the little thing in the bush. I don't know if he was predicting the Akali jumping in there, but that has to be one of the best plays I've ever seen in Wild Rift Esports. I'm not kidding. That was insane, man. Maybe he was just placing it to say, okay, it's here, one of the teammates can take it to get the bonus move speed and stuff, you know. Maybe he was going for that, but then the Corki just left it in there. Who knows? Maybe it was just a coincidence. But oh man, did it just hard carry that fight. Because, guys, if that didn't happen, the Akali would throw one more Q, and the Corki's dead. And then the Akali is still alive. There's no polymorph, there's no Lulu ult onto the Corki that will stun the Akali, so she can retreat. She can maybe dance around the team fight, and I'm telling you, man, they would probably lose the fight if it wasn't for that. But because of that, they actually have a 2,000 gold lead. Still, even after that little bit of a loss around that dragon fight. A little bit large loss in it, actually, because, of course, they lost the Infernal Drake, which is insane, man. But yeah, we have the Lichbane completed on Akali, and she is going for... This is something similar that I used to do. I'm not even kidding. Now, what I used to do is Gunblade into a needlessly large rod, and then I went for the Lichbane, and then I completed the Rabadons. Now, what he's doing is he's going for a Lichbane, he's going for a needlessly large rod, and now it seems like he's going for the Infinity Orb, okay? So that is very, very interesting, and this is the nerfed Infinity Orb, by the way. That is why he's probably delaying it a little bit, because he wants to get some bonus ability power first to empower the Lichbane damage, but he doesn't want to fully commit to the Rabadon, so he only buys one needlessly large rod, and he's happy with that, goes for the Infinity Orb, and then finishes the Rabadons. Yeah, something actually very similar that I was doing for some time. Before I was building Infinity Orb, back when I thought it is garbage on Akali, but then we quickly learned that it is very powerful, of course. But yeah, we have Cloud Drake being taken down. I think Olaf is just going to get this. Ooh, they just snuck it. They just took it super fast, man. Little snack there. Jesus Christ, they just... I don't think RSG was expecting that, because honestly, you don't want to just give up a Cloud Drake like that, especially against an Olaf and a Singed. They both love move speed so much. The Orianna loves move speed as well. Every champion that doesn't have a dash, move speed is even more valuable on than, let's say, something like an Ezreal or an Akali. Although Akali wants the move speed for her passive, but anyway, definitely not something you just want to give to this team. So I think RSG was just taken, was just surprised there. And that is actually pretty big, because that is still a 2,000 gold lead, and now the dragons are even. And the Cloud Drake is not as powerful as Infernal Drake for team fights, but for the macro gameplay, at this point into the game, mid-game, all towers still up on both sides, by the way. That is going to be very important, because suddenly Saigon Phantom is going to have extremely fast rotations, and they will just be able to gobble down these towers on the opposite side. So we'll see if they will succeed. Ooh, look at this. Lulu going for a very interesting active item there. Going for the Spooky Ghost boot enchant. That is super interesting. Usually you always see every support just defaulting to that redeeming enchant, of course, because it gives you vision, it does a lot of damage, it heals a lot, it is just broken. And the Spooky Ghosts can be very, very potent as well, though. So I'm glad he is trying that out and seeing if he can make it work. We'll see. Definitely a good item to kite this Akali a little bit, you know. Also, I think they reveal Akali in her shroud, so that might be a huge counter. But we'll see about that. You can see red team is already grouping around mid lane here. They're trying to force something. The Olaf is going deep. Again, he went for a GA first item, so he can really go deep into this jungle and just scout out. And even if he dies, his team will be able to follow up in time, especially with champions like Lulu that buff up her team. Oh, but he's a little bit too overextended. He has to flash. Honestly, he can be happy about that. He has to watch out for a Ziggs ult, though. He has to watch out for his Ziggs ult. Seems like Ziggs is not taking the chance. Oh, but this Orianna is getting caught. Flashes away, and then Zhonya's, but still gonna get caught out. That is absolutely insane. Everybody on the same page on RSG instantly follow up. Another Zhonya's used by the Olaf. And now his GA is popped as well. All the defensive items that he bought completely used up, and he ends up dying. Beautiful bomb there, goes onto that. Lulu ends up dropping as well. The Singe goes in, wants to poke, uses Ignite, but he's not going to accomplish too much and just runs away. This Corki doesn't have his package, so I don't think he will be able to do too much either. Ooh, is this guy gonna die? Ooh, beautiful follow-up by the Akali. She is able to pick him up with that bonus damage from the Lichbane. Beautifully done. And they are able to secure the mid lane tower. Now, RSG honestly looking very good here. They're still approximately 1.5 thousand gold behind, but they just won a very nice team fight. They forced the enemies to use a lot of summoners. Flash used on the Singed, on the Orianna, Zhonya's used on Orianna, GA and Zhonya's used on the Olaf. That is just so big for the next team fight. So I think they're really happy with this. Also, keep in mind they still have that Infernal Drake. They were set up pretty well for the late game to begin with. And honestly, who outscales here? Now Orianna, we have seen it. Orianna is just incredibly broken late game. I think Singed should outscale the Akali. In my opinion, in team fights especially, Singed is going to probably be more useful. Ziggs is very strong though, okay? So we'll have to see how that goes. And Ezreal is also pretty strong. Not sure if he's stronger than Corki. I think I would give them equal power approximately. Of course, the Lulu is very dangerous for the late game. But while I'm saying that, RSG is under total control here. They seem to be just getting this dragon. Ocean Drake goes to them. Is the tower gonna fall? No, they are even able to protect the tower, and the Vi just goes super deep onto the Orianna. The Orianna got her Zhonya's back though. The Ziggs satchel charge is mistimed a little bit too early. The Orianna does not end up dying. Beautiful fling there from Singed, instantly kicks the Akali out of that fight, and she actually missed everybody with her ultimate there. Otherwise she would have probably killed two, I would say, if she angled that a little bit better. So engaged by RSG, but completely backfires. 2 deaths only on their side of the team, of the game. So SGP definitely still doing, man, these teams are so close to each other, and they're both playing so well. This is so much fun to watch. Now let me see, actually Vi going for a teleport. She just bought a teleport boot enchant, so she wants to follow up here instantly. She probably sold her boots just to be able to come back here. Yeah, she's teleporting instantly so the enemies can't do Baron, but she just teleports into an Orianna ult. Oh, but this Olaf is so low, is finished off by the Ziggs ult. You saw that damage. It just did like 30% of the enemy's team on every member. That is just crazy, man. Such a broken champion. But Alistar goes deep. He has his ult. He should be fine. He gets flung back. Oh, but he just kills the Orianna almost. Never mind. Not able to do so. She gets the shield back up on herself. The command protect, and she is able to survive. Hey, Singed. A little bit too greedy, man. That was very dangerous. But it is okay. Corki was super low as well, but also was okay. Lulu going for a very standard build. Going for that Ardent Sensor into Harmonic Echo. Now, there's actually a very interesting build, which I will show you in the next video, actually. I will show you a very nice Janna gameplay, where I was playing in Challenger Elo, and I went for an esports build, which we've seen before. One of the pro players actually went for Athene's Unholy Grail, first item on Janna. So if you don't want to miss that, it is so strong. You have to check that video. I'll make it post-commentary style as well, so if you are just getting this randomly recommended to you and enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell, because I produce much more Wild Rift content here. I also show my own gameplays. Again, will be a very perfect Janna gameplay. It's so crazy. And yeah. Ooh, the Orianna gets caught once again, and this time no Zhonya's. Instantly one-shot by the Ziggs ult. Such a good combo, Ziggs and Vi. No escape. Super nicely done. And that is the mage already dead for SGP. RSG definitely doing extremely well. Everyone's still very healthy. They get a little bit poked by the Corki, but he gets poked as well. They push down the mid lane wave, but SGP is able to defend and clear out the wave themselves, so they won't be able to push here any further. They still have their eyes on this Baron buff, okay? They definitely want to get this one. Look at this gold, man. Crazy. Look how far behind the junglers are. The secondary support role. That's how jungle works in esports. We have Ezreal farming away on those Krogs. The Corki is extremely fed. He has a GA, but he doesn't have a Manamune. Okay, so he opts for no Manamune, and this is a very perfect Cinch build, man. I'm a huge fan of this. And you can see the Akali build, man. No Gunblade, full burst, has the Void Stab, is with that also going to deal a ton of damage to this tanky Cinch that has a Force of Nature. Oh man, this is a great Akali build. I'm telling you guys, this is very cool. Very cool to see. Lots of damage coming in. And the Vi going for the same build as last game again. Executioner's Calling into full tank, man. He went for the exact same build. Oh my god, the Corki goes way too deep and gets one shot instantly. He wanted to lay down that packaged up Valkyrie, but he just gets one tap. However, the GA jokes on me. That was crazy. He literally suicided, but the GA revived him. I think the GA popped on Olaf as well instantly and revived him, and they are just gonna win the game off of that. Let's just check this out, because we see that they're gonna... Just take a look at this, man. What is going on? Yo, this is a team fight we need to watch in slow motion. I'm not even gonna lie. That is crazy. Look at this. What is happening here? It looks so bad. Look, the Corki goes into 4 people by himself pretty much. The Olaf follows up, the Corki gets Vi ulted, Ziggs ulted, and he just pops the Zhonya's, instantly pops the Ziggs, hits so many people. But RSG is just all on one spot, and there it is. That's what we missed. The big Orianna ult completely wiping the floor there. One-shotting like 3 people. She uses the Zhonya's. The Akali ult afterwards only hits the Zinch. The Zinch gets ulted up perfectly to knock up the remaining members on RSG, and the Zhonya's all used. It is just a Zhonya's palooza at this point, man. That is crazy. Stasis Andes, everybody. Look, Akali also in stasis, but not much she can do. The emojis come out, and we have a beautiful game, man. That was crazy. Again, the last team fight deciding. Now, I wasn't planning on reviewing this game at all. But then I checked, you know, I was like, okay, I'm going to review some Taiwan Icon series. But then I saw, wow, Lichbane Akali, that is worth. And let me tell you, man, the rest of this game was also worth. That was crazy. Seriously, up until the very end, we didn't know who would win. Very well done, and SGP is in a 2-0 lead, actually. I think the Ziggs probably did a lot of damage. I think the Akali did pretty well, but she's an assassin, so just by her nature, she probably didn't deal extreme amounts of damage, but we'll see, we'll see. This Orianna definitely deserves the MVP. With that beautiful ult at the end, that pretty much won them the game. Yeah, 33,000 on the Ziggs, 19,000 on the Akali, 13,000 on the Singed, bro. Might as well just go full tank at that point. I can easily do 70,000 damage with a Mundo. No cap. Okay? And he goes full tank. But yeah. Anyway, 25,000 on the Orianna, but also almost 25,000 on the Corki. That was crazy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know let me know in the comments if you find any very nice Icon Series Pro matches from any region that you're following. Just let me know which ones, and I will make sure to review them if they're good enough. And yeah, with that being said, really hope you guys enjoyed, and peace!